The update is finally here for Season 10 of NBA Live Mobile.
Here we go.
You can go ahead on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store and update this game. We've seen the beta, but now it is finally here for everyone to play. So in this video, I'm going to be testing it out for the first time. There are going to be plenty of videos that I will be making for the new version of this game. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of them. We did get a couple of new screenshots, as you can see on the App Store, that we haven't seen before. So we're loading up over here. As you can see, it is brand new artwork. Pretty much everything is brand new in this game. You can see it's still loading up over there. It's going to be interesting to see what graphics are looking like in this game. I'm running this on my iPhone 13, so it might be slightly different depending on what device you're playing with. But we've pretty much loaded everything up, so we're going to hit play over here. So it's taken us to a new screen, and we've got either logging in via Apple, EA Sports, or of course a guest account. Because of that, I'm just going to quickly sign in to an EA Sports account. And just like that, we are through and we can put our username. I'm just going to use this, which is what I've used in the previous version of the game. We're going to hit continue and we are good to go. Now it's gone on to select your team. All this will do is set your starting team jersey, arena, and of course your extra rewards at the start. So we're going to hit Golden State Warriors and we're going to see what it's going to give us in this game over here. It's going to be interesting to see how long it will actually take you to level up and get new players in the game. Start things by learning the basics, entering this training campaign to see what the new gameplay is actually looking like. Of course, I didn't have access to the beta. This is my first genuine reaction to playing on this new gameplay. What we've got to do over here is learn the basics of playing offense, and I really recommend you guys take the time with this one because it is looking like it is completely new with all of the gameplay, and of course the controls are similar to what they were last season, but there are definitely some changes with how things run and tactics and all of that stuff in how you actually play this game. So let's see what we get into with this first game. What do we have to do on the offense? All right, so we're just going to learn to move, shoot, and pass over here. You can see the graphics are already so much different to what we had last season in the game. Let's see what we're going to have to do. Of course, it's very similar with the joystick, but you can see just how smooth it is. I'm sure this is looking like it's 60 FPS compared to what we had last season, which was of course just stuck at 30 and you couldn't really change it. Pass is pretty much the same as last season. We'll just pass the ball around. The shot meter is a little bit different, so we'll hit that over there. And it's going to be interesting to see how much of an effect having a perfect release will have in this game versus what we saw in the other one, where it didn't really matter a huge amount with how much it was affecting whether your shot would go in or not. But it's nice to see that's pretty much the same on offense, or basic offense as it were. But let's head over to the defensive side of things and see what's actually changed. So we're going to do guard stealing and blocking over here. So guarding's pretty much the same as every other season. You're just holding down the guard button over there. Steal's going to be a whole new button instead of just spamming the sort of guard button as it were. So it's going to be a little bit different trying to tap that steal button, but we get the ball over there, which isn't bad. Tapping to block, very similar to what we've had previously. You can still swipe up from the guard button into that block button over there, which is always good. Same with the steal over there, you can do that as well. So we'll get that one done, which isn't too bad, and move on to the 5v5 match. So we just need to defend the lead here in the fourth quarter. Let's see what we can do and see what actually the plays are looking like, because I do know there are some plays in this game. You can do offensive plays and defensive plays. Whether it lets me do that in this tutorial, I'm not too sure, but we'll see what we can do with the team that we got. We do have that plays button, which is pretty good, but they're going to go and dish it out, try and drive in, but we get the ball, and you can see that smooth animation to change it. We'll play it out to Tyrese Maxey on the left-hand side. Great release on that one as he sinks the bucket over there. Can of course change the camera angle and all of that stuff over there. You know what, we'll put it on the OG one, which is of course the broadcast. You've also got action high, which I'm not too sure about. You've got all of these controls because we do have a dribble stick, but let's see what this one's looking like. I'm not too sure. I kind of like the other one where it's more like 2K as it were, and you can see the baseline and all of that, sort of what the EA Cam baseline used to be. But we'll get that block over there, which is not bad at all. Dish it over to Jokic. We'll go for the pull-up three-pointer. Perfect release as we sink that one, which isn't too bad at all. So this one's kind of making it feel a lot more like the OG NBA Live Mobile as it were. We'll get the ball pretty quickly. I'm not sure about that. We'll try and do some dribble moves with Tyrese Maxey, test out this new dribble stick that we've got in the game, doing behind the back, through the legs, all of that stuff. We'll go for a tough three-pointer. Good release, and it still somehow goes in. Not too sure the AI is that difficult on this tutorial game. I'm not sure it's a true reflection of how much that shot meter is actually going to influence your shots, but they're going to take a tough 2, and that's going to be the end of that one. So you can see it's smooth gameplay, a little bit more different, so it's a little bit less arcadey to what we've had previously, but it is very good. Of course, this is just me initially reacting to all of this gameplay. We'll claim up our rewards, which are going to be some probably low overall players. You can see the new pack animation. We get Emmanuel quickly, 45 overall. We saw in the beta the overalls are not massively high, but we get Jimmy Butler and Al Horford. The Warriors started pretty well on opening night, which isn't bad at all. So let's take a look at the lineups over here. We'll get through all of these tutorial stuff. We can tap on our point guard. We can actually upgrade them, which is going to be new to this version of the game. You can see their attributes over there, and we can train them up to just improve them slightly as well. We've got NBA Tour as well, which is looking like it will just sort of be a thing which you go through as you get through this game, but we'll go ahead and play the first 5v5 match against the New York Knicks. And this is what Action High is looking like. I think this is a new camera angle that they added to the real NBA broadcast. I can't remember when, whether it was like COVID or something like that, when they were playing in the bubble and they changed the cameras a little bit or updated them for the first time, I think ever. This was one of the new camera angles that they had. I'm not too sure about playing a game like this though. We'll take that tough shot with quickly as he makes that sort of sidestepping away. We'll try the sideline one to see what that looks like. This is a little bit like the broadcast one, but of course it's just from the sideline. It does kind of look like Action High, just a little bit more camera movement on that one. I think there's going to be a lot of playing around to see what one actually you prefer, and I think it will just come down to personal preference as to what angle you like viewing it out. But we'll get a steal with Caruso. We'll try and drive in. I tried to go up for a dunk there, but I think I have to be a little bit closer to the basket to get a dunk with the GOAT Caruso, but he's going to make that shot over there. Got a couple of seconds left to go in this quarter. They're going to pull up for 2. They just about do, and they're just going to miss that one. So we get the win fairly easily. I reckon a lot of these games at the start are just going to be very simple games just to get the win. Of course, new animations on the win stuff and all of that stuff. It is just completely new and completely different, which is kind of a little bit weird to see after playing NBA Live Mobile for 9 years pretty much, with nothing much changing, to now being season 10 years later, and things being so much different to how they started. They're going to go up for the 2-pointer. They missed that one. We'll get the rebound though with Caruso. Play it over to Sohan over on the left hand side. We'll go for that 3-pointer, and we're just going to knock it down. I think with all of these games, it's probably going to be fairly easy to make all of your baskets. I want to test out the quality settings and see what graphics we can get it off. Of course, I've not got the best mobile device you could possibly have, but mine's definitely not that bad, and I probably could whack the graphics up a little bit more and try and still keep this smoothness that we've got with the 60 FPS, which is really, really nice on the eye. But let's go over to quickly on that left hand side. Perfect release as he splashes that 3-pointer to increase our lead. They got Doncic running up the court. We'll try and get the steal with quickly if we can. Doncic just holding the ball. We'll get that steal with quickly and try and run up the court with him. Try and get a dunk. He's gonna come through with that 2-handed slam over Doncic, which is great to see. They're going to end off that quarter with a 2-pointer miss by Doncic, but you can see LeBron James as well with his scan. Everyone's looking quite realistic, especially compared to what we had last season and in previous seasons with the other player scans. I want to see Wemby though, to see what he looks like compared to his old scan, and maybe even Bronny as well. Compare him to his old scan, but we'll get some fans, I think, and credits, and we get a new snapshot, which is of course brand new to this version of the game. And it says, congrats on unlocking fan hype. You can sort of unlock more as you get more fans as you go through the rest of the game. You get different challenges and all of that stuff. But I think I'm going to leave it there in terms of the gameplay. We'll look at the snapshots quickly. We can auto build and just add that snapshot to one of our players. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to get my head around in terms of upgrading your players, the best way to get credits and all of that stuff to try and help you guys out. We have, of course, got a rookie checklist. We got some help as well from all of this stuff. Let's take a look at the store though to see what's in the store. I do like this though. It's completely new. It's a fresh reset. Everyone's reset to 0, so no one's got an advantage on anyone else at the very start of the season. Of course, if you want to spend money, you can. There is a free offer which we'll just claim up because why not? You get some XP, it looks like, some credits, a snapshot, and some fans. Is it going to let me claim it? There we go. We'll go ahead and claim it and see what we can get out of this one. We get a snapshot. It's going to be 54. Again, I'm new to all of this stuff. We're going to have to see what it actually looks like in game and how much of an effect everything has on your stuff. You got brand new players you can just buy straight out. You got icon Pascal Siakam, Kyrie Irving, iconic Bam Adebayo. You can of course buy some NBA credits if you want to. You got daily objectives over here which we can go ahead and do. You can see the welcome one, we'll claim that one nice and easy. We've got a bunch of different ones we can do. And then of course, stuff is locked with leagues, Rise to Fame. I will be making a league, so make sure you stay tuned to that. We got NBA Tour and Learn at the moment for the events, but it does look like you get a free Jaylen Brown if you complete all of your stuff for the 7 days, which is fairly nice to have. Just a free Jaylen Brown, pretty much guaranteed to kick yourself off. You can see the collection shows every single possible player in the game. The best one being that 151 LeBron James, 92 Steph Curry, which is absolutely nuts. You can, of course, upgrade them a little bit more. +5 overall is looking like max you can actually upgrade them. And then everyone else in the game, which I think is a really good addition to this game, where you can see every single player available, every single snapshot available, their stats, what they're going to improve, and all of that stuff. I think that is great. And then of course you do get level up rewards with all of this stuff depending on what level you get. Max is going to be level 51. I'm not sure how hard it is going to be to get up to that point. I reckon it'll be quite a lot. The way of unlocking all of this stuff is just by simply getting your fans. You can see I need 10,000 fans to get Wave Pass. You need 20,000 to get leagues, and then 5,000 to get that Rise to Fame. You can also go into Quick Play over here, which is just going to give you some credits and XP and all of that stuff. We'll take a quick look at the settings. You can see my graphics quality was on very low. Let's whack that up to high, see what it looks like. Gameplay, all of that stuff you could see in the game. I want to listen to this with the sound to see exactly what it sounds like as well, but we'll hit it up on high and we will do one more game just on these super high graphics. Hopefully my phone will allow me to run it, and we'll kick things off with actually a 3v3 and a drill. So we'll just play through this one, see what we can do, and see what the graphics are looking like on ultra high. Hopefully my phone doesn't explode with these high graphics. Hopefully it can run it. Let's see what it looks like though. Yeah, that is looking a lot sharper, a lot cleaner, and a lot crisper. And we got more people in the fans as well. So let's run up the court with Quickly over here on the left-hand side, play it into Barrett, go up for the layup, and that's going to be an easy 2 points to kick things off. It's only a minute in this quarter, which isn't bad at all. Of course, you can tweak a lot of things with the gameplay, including how big you want the player names to be and their icons and all that stuff. We'll play over to Quickly and go in for the layup again as he knocks it down. I tried to get a dunk, but I guess he needs to be a little bit higher rated, maybe a little less congested in the paint. We have, of course, got plays. You got zone, you got full, you got man, and you've got trap for what sort of defense you want to play, which is always good. Let's try and get the steal with Caruso. Again, just about keeping it inbounds. Play it over to RJ Barrett, over to Quickly for the 2-pointer. Really poor release, and we do get punished on that shot, which I really like to see. Getting punished for not getting a good release on that shot is very nice to see, just to add that element, or bit more of an element of skill being required in order to make your shots. We let Anthony Edwards come in a little bit too easy there to get his bucket to make it 4-2 in this game. But let's try and run out of the court with Quickly, get those dribble moves off, although Anthony Edwards is stopping us a bit. I forgot for a second, it's 3v3 and not actually going to be that 5v5. Caruso with a good release, and we do miss that one again because it's a tough shot, which is going to be something a lot of people, including myself, will have to learn. You can't just take these stupid shots in the game. Sometimes you got to take the better shots in order to make them. We do get some goals completed, which is always nice to see, and we'll just claim them up. We'll finish it off with the drill and then the rewards at the end. It is teaching us how to dunk with Anthony Edwards. We got to make 2 dunks, so we got to hold sprint towards the hoop and then tap the shoot button when close to perform the shot. So let's sprint up to the basket, hold it down, and Anthony Edwards is going to come through with his one-handed slam. Let's do it again to try and get another dunk, and again that one-handed slam looking absolutely great. So we'll complete that one, get that drill done, and that's what drills are looking like in the new version of the game. And we actually get ourselves an Anthony Edwards at 47 rating, which isn't bad, just to add to the team. So let me know in the comments down below whether you've tried the game out. What do you think of it so far? Of course, we haven't got a stupid amount of events or anything like that. It's quite simplistic for now, but I'm sure lots of things will get added. Make sure you stay tuned so you subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the tutorials I will be putting out in the next couple of weeks. If you want to go check out a video where I looked at all the new features though that I thought were interesting in this new game, go check out the video in the bottom left hand corner, and I'll see you guys over there. Peace.